It was started originally by a group of art students at the University of Kansas. And we found ourselves kind of frustrated by the lack of feedback and solidarity that we were getting from the art department itself. And so we're, looking for conversation from our professors about this and not getting it. There were 4 of us in a drawing class together that got grouped for the drawing class, and we started talking about our various frustrations and realized that they were pretty much all shared. And so decided to just kind of take that task onto ourselves. And one of the first things that we started doing to get the creative juices flowing was doing these sort of exquisite corpse drawings. We have a timer. We each start off with a piece of paper. One person starts drawing. The timer ends. We pass it. And so you'll have these works that, they start one way, and each revolution, they end up kind of taking a different direction. The hand of the artist that starts it might predominate, or somebody else's might predominate, but you end up seeing this sort of this group voice emerge from it.
The one on the left, the one in color, is actually a collaboration between Howard and I. We discovered that I liked to work the copper plates quite a bit and really get some deep texture to them, and working with the line etch and the spit biting to really get some wonderful atmosphere happening. He liked to really work with color, and so he would work his plates, but then really focus on what he was doing with the ink. And so that seemed to be a interesting fit for us to get together and use my plates that I'd worked and bring that together with the ink that he was doing. Sometimes when I would sit down to draw and just try to clear my mind to just draw whatever comes to mind, oddly enough, these old men, I just end up drawing these old men with all these wrinkles and line work and all this other kind of stuff. And some of it, I just think the wrinkles are really fun to draw. Yeah, so I think it's, again, interesting here to just see how both Howard and I respond to that same sort of thing.
I had just gotten out of a big relationship, and it's how I dealt with it. I just put everything down on the canvas. And then this guy over here, this was my escape from the things society had been pushing on me. So that was my way out right there. It's called Redemption. And then I have another piece in here. It's called Communion. Everyone that I've shown it to, my friends back home and other members of the band of the Hollow Log, they all see different things in it. To me, it was just another escape. A lot of big emotional things that happen in my life, I use my artwork to get over it that way, use symbolism that way. So that's what most of my individual art is about, and the rest is a collaboration with a group.
Basically some copper etchings. One is the Derby Fool here. It's a copper plate etching. It was actually based from my explorations of the tarot, and I decided I would just inject some of my own style into it and see what came of it. And as you see, I'm wearing a bowler hat right now, so I put it on the figure, and I actually had a handlebar mustache at the time, so I placed it on that guy and was wearing a bow tie a lot. So it was kind of a self-portrait, but putting myself in the position of the fool, who's on the edge of a cliff, and he's somewhat distracted, and you see a dog at his feet, trying to alert him to what's going on, and he's looking in the other direction, not aware that he may soon fall over the edge of the cliff.
It's extremely loaded. I almost don't want to try to unpack it, but I can give a general description that'll kind of, point in the direction of what it is that I was shooting at. I mean, you have this image that's framed within a Mobius, right? Which is kind of my jab at this general sort of like subject-object dualism that is so common to Western philosophy up to now more or less. On the bottom you have the symbol of a goat, and on the top you have the symbol of an angel, which that sort of duality is pretty much systemic to our culture. We have these aspects of ourselves that we consider bodily or bestial, and we have these aspects of ourselves that we consider to be, rational. But both of those end up being impossibilities and abstractions. We can never really identify ourselves as being totally physical. We can never really identify ourselves as being totally mental.